Welcome to Rich Discussions, where depth meets purpose. This is more than just a program. It's a space where we explore the richness of life through theology, spirituality, and real conversations about growth, purpose, and advancement. Here we don't just talk, we dig deeper into truth, into faith, into the mindset and principles that elevate lives. If you're seeking clarity, spiritual strength, and practical wisdom to move forward in life, you are in the right place. And I'm your host, RYTHUS MTONGA, and this is Rich Discussions. Let's grow, let's think, let's elevate. Welcome, Rich Discussions, and I'm your host, RYTHUS MTONGA, and we've been undergoing a series on relationships, and we've just been trying to do an introduction on relationships. You remember in the other episodes 1 and 2, we've been diving deeper, and in 1 I specifically said the relationships that we'll be looking at. So we're just introducing 1. So it has been of paramount importance, especially from where we started from in Ecclesiastes 4, starting from 9, where it says 2 are better than 1 because they have a better reward for their labor. You see, there's a principle as I've alluded to earlier. There's a principle that how things started defines on how things should proceed. That's why we see in Genesis, God is speaking to man. He says, and it was not good for man to be alone. Meaning, God's design of how man should be and how man should live is that man should coexist with other people. So it is that important that the most dangerous way of living life is living it alone. Why is living alone dangerous? Living alone is dangerous because 1, it was not how it was orchestrated. It was not how it was orchestrated. 2, living alone is dangerous because an association is not just a group of people, but an association is also a security of a person. There is a book that I was reading by a certain beloved person where he was giving a point of what he was calling warring in groups. So we're going to continue from here again, where we look at relationships and we dive a bit more deeper, because previously I had started looking at the keys or the laws of how to relate with people. How to relate with people. I know you might be saying, no, me, I just want to do business alone. You see, if you go deep with business, you realize that it's about relationships. It's about relationships. You might be a pastor saying, no, me, I just want to do ministry in my own corner. If you go deep with ministry, you realize that ministry is about relationships. You see, who knows you matters in life. Who knows you matters in life. Who you know, who knows you matters in life. Who likes you matters in life. Who you move with matters in life. Why? Because who you move with defines what is available to you. Who you move with defines what is available to you. Because men, you see, somebody said, show me your 5 friends and I will show you the average of who you are. Meaning your association is very powerful. Can I tell you something? Even Jesus did not do it alone. Even Jesus himself did not do it alone. Even Jesus himself, you see, Jesus was God, for you that don't know. Jesus was God, but even himself knew that he couldn't do it alone. He came, he found disciples. It was the disciples that he would share things. There were times where when he was sharing things, that it could reach a place where as he's sharing things, he would share personal things. I don't know if you're hearing what I'm saying. If you're hearing in the comments, you can say, I am hearing what you're saying, sir. The power of association. The power of association. So today, I just want to look at 2 more keys, because we started with the other keys. I just look at 2 more keys of how to relate in associations. 2 more keys, because we've been looking at keys. 2 more keys of how to relate in associations. So we ended the other time, we ended on not being offended. Not being offended in relationships. Can I tell you something? Every relationship has got the potential of you being offended. Even marriage. Even marriage. You see, you have to make up your mind that I will not be offended. That's what you have to make up your mind that I will not be offended, that I refuse to be offended. Because every relationship has got the capacity and the possibility to make a person become offended. Why? Because they are not you. So make sure you're not offended. But to progress, the other key of relationship, the other key on how to relate in relationship is always learn to celebrate others. Learn to celebrate others. Learn to celebrate. Why am I saying learn to celebrate others? Anything good in life can be learned. Can be learned. Learn to celebrate others. You see, if from the time this year started, you see, the only person that looks good is you. You can't tell a friend, no, that was good. You are a minister. Nobody preaches good. No friend of yours. You are the only. No. You. Every time there's nobody that dresses well that you can say, wow, that is. Learn to celebrate other people. Learn to celebrate other people. You have to learn it. There's a reason why I'm saying you have to learn it. Because it can be learned. Learn how to celebrate other people. Learn how to. You see, you can't be the only person that you only post yourself on your birthday. What kind of. You see, learn how to celebrate other people. Learn how to show people. And this is not you pretending, but this is, you see, there is a way that when you learn how to celebrate other people, that it brings you to being a place of being celebrated. You see, it is a celebrant that is celebrated. If you don't learn the art of celebrating other people, you celebrate friends, you celebrate mentors. You see, even in marriage, I've realized that people that don't celebrate they don't celebrate the immediate person, it affects them. So learn how to celebrate people. Learn how to celebrate your friends. Sometimes just call your friends and say, you know what, you are very important. I really value this relationship. I really value what you do. Sometimes just write a message to that parent, to that friend. Say, you see, I value what you do. I know I value this relationship. I sometimes you even pinpoint, I value from this happened. After I met you, this changed. After this happened. Learn how to celebrate people, how to value other people. Why? Because they are important. Because they are important. Because they are very important. So learn how to value people. Sometimes just write a message to that friend of yours. Say, you know what? Thank you so much for who you are. I really love you. You from the time I knew you, this is what I've learned. You have been a very big, I don't know what would have happened with my life. One of the blessings that I count in my life, you are one of the blessings. Learn how to celebrate people. Because without people, in the introduction I was telling you, why are we talking people? We are talking people because the Bible says that He is the God of all flesh. He's the God of people. Even Himself, He loves people. He cares for people. That's why we are trying to talk about people and we are trying to win souls because we love people. We are trying to make, because can I tell you something? If people are against you, even if God is for you, there is a degree to things you can do. Because why? God will need to use a person. God will need to use a person. So, yeah, learn how to celebrate people. Because I can spend the whole day on celebrating people. There are people when a year is starting, I write them a message, Happy New Year. When I say, thank you, sir, for this. Why? Because I'm trying to invest in the relationship. I'm celebrating people and I'm not pretending. You see, all good things, can I tell you something? Even grace can be communicated. And because it can be communicated, it can be learned. Anyway, let me move to the other one. Just so that I should seal this one out. And the other thing that you have to know about relationships is that be covenant connected. Be covenant connected. And I think this is one of the reasons why, especially in this generation, a lot of marriages are not surviving to the long run because people are not covenant connected. They just feel, I can love you today and I hate you tomorrow. You see, there is a relationship that David had with Jonathan. It was covenant connection. You see, it was a covenant relationship. And I know people fail to understand this, that David, the Bible would say, the relationship that David had with Jonathan, it was deeper than the relationship that a man can have with women. They were covenant connected to the point that even when Jonathan had died, David was still looking after Jonathan's lineage, that even Jonathan's son Mephibosheth, who was lame, who was in Lodebar, David could still say, is there anyone left in Jonathan's house? Why? Because David was covenantly connected to people. He knows that this is my friend. Regardless of what will ever happen, this will always be my friend. And I think it's important to have a covenant connection with people. That this will always be my brother. I know they will wrong me, but they will be my brother. I know sometimes we cannot talk every day, but they are my brother. They are my friend. Be covenant connected with people. Don't just be a friend that only... Can I tell you something? Always run away from people that every time they have new friends. They are not covenantly. They have no friend that they've had for the past 10 years. No. Their only friends is that, no, this is my friend. This is my close friend. How long have they known the close friend? 2 years ago. When you see such kind of a person, know that is not a covenantly connected person. Be covenantly connected to people. Make up your mind. This is my friend. Whether they wrong me, we find ways on how to solve this friendship. Why? Because they are my friend. I am like David. We are covenantly connected with people. Be loyal. Be loyal. And loyalty comes from covenant connection. Loyalty. You see, as simple as what I'm saying is, if a person can understand what I'm saying, you see, 70% of whatever problem can be sorted because it is around relationships. Be covenantly connected with people. That this is my friend forever. This is my friend forever. So, for today, I want to end here. So that we are still progressing on this thing. But what I want you to take away is that celebrate people. And be covenantly connected with people. Don't just be because the Bible says two are better than one. Why? Because they've got a better reward. You see, regardless of who you are, if you don't have a group, you don't have a circle, you don't have friends, you are not safe. Because it's not in God's pattern to be alone. You see, some of you are saying, no, I just like being alone. It's because you are broken. Because that person hurt you. Because you feel if you can be vulnerable with people, they are going to do you. Say, no, it's not. Sometimes it's not like that. They are still good people. Can I tell you one more secret as I go? They are still good people. And one of the ways to constantly associate with good people is believe that God still has good people. You see, don't be amongst those that say people are very bad people. No, people are not very bad. People are good. People are good. Because that person was very bad. Don't generalize people. Say, no, people are not bad. People are good. And you have to, I know somebody even hearing this are like, people are good. There are a lot of good people. So this is my charge on this episode. So subscribe and share to that friend of yours that and just send them this video and you're gonna see. So blessings and see you in the next episode.